Welcome to the First Watch podcast. My name is Drake. I will be your host for this podcast. I will be joined by a rotating group of friends who come together and discuss their first watches, whether they be from the 1920s, the 2020s, or anything in between. Now, this is going to be a spoiler heavy podcast, so if you haven't watched the movie already, you could either do one of two things. You could either, one, join us for the conversation and decide whether or not you want to watch the movie for the very first time, or two, you can pause this podcast, go watch the movie for the first time, and then come back and join us for the conversation. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the combo. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the First Watch podcast. I have Cosmo back on today, and we are kind of sticking to the theme of John Hughes,
Yep, we
which
are.
I'm glad that we did, because I kind of feel like I needed another laugh on the podcast, so I like that. Yeah, this time around we're talking about planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yep.
Um, I can't believe this is the first time you've seen this movie. Uh,
Yeah. I waited a long time.
yeah. Uh, Tell me, where did you hear about this movie? I know we were talking about it. I can't remember if I asked you that whenever we were talking about it in DMs and stuff, but
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. It's like one of those movies that has always been around. Like it's like the Thanksgiving movie. Like there's no other Thanksgiving movie. So anytime Thanksgiving comes around, everybody's talking about planes, trains, and automobiles. So, it's just something that has always been there as far as I'm concerned. But I just never felt like watching it.
yeah, you never had like a family member like approach you and be like, "Hey, you should watch this movie."
Nope. Nope.
That's funny.
John Hughes movies were not very big in my house or in my family. I mean, Home Alone's not even directed by him. I don't think
Yeah.
so. Like that would be like the closest thing. Like none of his other movies ever came up.
Hmm,
Really? Yeah.
interesting. Interesting. Let's see. We did the last time you and I talked, we did 16 Candles,
Yes.
Candy Less movie 16
Yeah.
Candles. This time we had The Joys of John Candy. Love John Candy so much.
Me too. Me
So,
too.
so much. What did you think of him in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
He's I think he's amazing. He's the best part. I mean, like I like Steve Martin too. That like Steve Martin movies I definitely grew up on, like The Jerk, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, like stuff like that. I definitely grew up watching his movies, but like John Candy is like a lightning bolt in this movie. He's so funny, he's so likable, but he's also incredibly annoying at the same time. Like the his ability to do both of those things, but you don't hate him is like so it's just amazing. And I just like those moments in the movie where he gets like very emotional and it just touches you. Like he's brilliant.
Yeah, I had seen this movie a long time ago, years ago,
Mhm.
and it's been about several years since I had seen it again, and I
Mhm.
watched it this morning, and I kid you not, I just had a smile on my face the entire
Yeah.
time when John Candy was on the screen, because
Yeah.
he just like, you're annoyed by him for sure,
Mhm.
but, like, there's something about his presence in any film that he's in that not only draws you in, but captivates you and just keeps you kind of, like, all warm and fuzzy inside, and,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, I loved his performance in this. Steve Martin, also heavy hitter anyways. It
Yeah. Mhm.
felt so natural in that curmudgeon role,
Yeah.
and his curmudgeonness versus John Candy's, like, kind of kookiness
Yeah.
really mixed well, and it made the whole movie. Um,
Absolutely.
this movie is only an hour and a half, which
Yeah.
I forgot about. I thought it was, like, a little bit longer than that, probably closer to 2 hours.
Mhm.
But how did, like, the pacing of this movie feel to you?
It was good, like especially with all the antics that go on, they get through a lot of them very quickly. We're in the bad situation, they were and they were in the next bad situation. So it really moves really well, especially for me, because like movies like this tend to annoy me because it's just like not for any like reasonable reason. Just because I don't like to see people in sticky bad situations that don't make any sense. Like you guys don't have to be in this situation. So it's nice that we move in and out of them so quickly because I don't even have time to be annoyed. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's just so funny. It's just so funny when it happens, and then we're to the next one. I'm like, oh my goodness, like what else can go wrong?
It it felt I forget, like, how much happens in this movie.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a lot.
just how yeah. It is so much that they go through, and it doesn't feel like they dwell on one particular thing longer than they need to. Like,
Yeah,
from jump that it's gonna be a bad time.
yeah.
So, like, that they are not gonna have a good time traveling and trying to get home on Thanksgiving in a
hmm
time when it is hectic. And going from Chi or they were going from New York to Chicago, so
Right.
2 of the busiest hubs
Yeah.
in all of travel, uh,
hmm
during Thanksgiving can only,
Yeah.
it's only going to be, a bad time, right? It's bound to be problems.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I felt like they completely mastered the shenanigans and the length of time that they spend in each problem, like,
Yeah.
without it making it seem like they dwell on it too much.
Right, right,
Like,
right.
the plane scene was perfect. Um, the sequence where, the car catches on fire and, like, they stretch that out for as long as they did
Yes,
was great.
which is
Um
good, yeah.
I don't know, like, every aspect of the pacing of this movie was fantastic, and I loved
Yeah.
it. I didn't notice a lot of, like, smaller characters in this
Yeah.
film. It was mostly just a focal point on these 2 and their journey. There were a few, like, small side characters, but
Mhm.
not very many. It was just enough to kind of push the narrative along, and
Yeah.
not so many that things kinda get muddled and, like, there's too many side plots. It felt like the entire movie really stayed focused on their journey, what is kind of, like, parallel to, like, the hero's journey, or I guess in this case, it would be more of a jester's journey, um,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
start to finish, uh, which I thought was nice. Have you ever been in a situation where, like, travel is just absolutely horrendous? Not
Mm,
maybe not to this extent,
yeah.
but
Yeah, I was thinking about that too as I was watching the movies because I hear about this all the time with like I mean it's happening right now with travel being a mess,
Mhm.
with the planes and everything. And I've only ever been on a plane twice in my life. Well, I guess four times the back and forth trip. But so I don't have a lot of experience with that. I don't travel that much. So not really. Like the worst things that have happened to me is probably like getting lost in an Uber in the city. But like that's that's about it, which is really not that bad. So
I mean, yeah, compared to what they went through, definitely not.
yeah, no, it's
Uh,
really tame.
Having, like, your cab stolen from you from a
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah. No, I couldn't imagine. I mean, yeah, we are really seeing that with, like, all these different airports and the fact that TSA is
Yeah.
not, working because they're not being
Yeah,
paid.
getting paid, yeah. Mhm.
As someone who lives in Atlanta, it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
bad here. I
Mhm.
know where you're at. I'm sure it is horrible as well.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, so I definitely could see something like this, like, the plot of the movie happening in real life. Luckily, we're not in around any major holidays, but,
Yeah.
like, it's already kind of panning out to be that way.
Mm.
Yeah, who do you think you would end up being in in that kind of situation? Do you think you're more Steve Martin or more John Candy?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry. I am absolutely Steve Martin. I
Are
am
you?
Neil Page all the way. Please leave me alone. Like
Yeah,
that's the way I am. Please don't talk to me. Just let me suffer. I'm in a bad situation already. I don't need to make any friends. But if being like that will probably keep me from getting home. So,
true.
who knows?
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel if I had John Candy, I mean, not necessarily John Candy, but his character next to me. on a
Yeah.
plane doing all the shit that he was doing. Like,
That's the thing.
he is
Yeah.
the quintessential terrible fucking, seat the person next to you in the seat. Like,
Yes, yes.
everything stereotypical that you could think of happening to you on a plane, he does.
When he takes off his shoe,
I was
I
like,
was
"Nope."
like, please, please, the seats are this big, okay?
Yeah.
Please, please don't take off your shoe. And then he takes off his sock. Like, how can you think this is okay? And
I
like
would be like,
Steve,
"No."
no, exactly. And Steve Martin's character, like, that's one thing. Like, I would probably try to be way more polite than Neil is with, John Candy. But like, even him being like, I'm not really here to talk. I'm just trying to fly, and I'm just trying to sit here and enjoy my flight. And John Candy's character still going forward with it. It's just like that. Like a dude who can't take a hint is the worst. It's like
Yeah.
such a nightmare.
And he was so oblivious during
Oh my
all of
goodness,
it.
yeah. Yeah,
And
mhm.
it doesn't help that Neil Page really pissed off the flight staff.
Yes,
So he wouldn't be able
that
to
is
do
loud.
anything about it to begin with.
Yes, yeah.
If you tried to complain, it'd be like, "Ah, shut the fuck up, you'll be alright. Sir,
Yeah,
please put back on your shoe." And that
yeah,
would be the extent of it. Which, I mean, he kinda
yeah.
put himself in that situation, but then again, if you're paying for a certain ticket and you don't get it, I can understand why you'd be upset.
Mhm.
Um,
But that's what I
yeah,
also found funny about Neil's character is that, he's kind of like a Scrooge, but he's just also not a guy that I would ever root for, like this like wealthy guy who like everything has to be just right for him and like he's not he starts off like definitely not as like a hero or anything like that, he's just like entitled all the time. And like life keeps getting him for that as well.
yeah, it's like the universe kinda corrects him a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I thought that was kinda nice to see that. 'Cause,
Mhm.
we have some of us have this belief that, the universe would come and correct behavior
Right.
like that, and sometimes you don't
Yeah.
even see it, but whenever you see
Yeah.
it happen, it's like, "Oh, kinda
Feels
nice."
good.
Yeah. Um, yeah, him on that plane was hilarious. Him, like, just seemingly not wanting to, even talk to, was it
Mhm.
Adele, I think was his name?
Dell, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
Dell,
Mhm.
just not wanting to have anything to do with him, which, I mean,
Mhm.
I get, the guy is just talkity, 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 I get it, I'm not that kind of person either.
Yes. Right.
I am definitely more Neil Page than I am Dell,
Yeah.
uh, especially when
Yeah.
it comes to travel, because 'cause I'm just
Yeah.
like, "I'm not having it, I'm already
Right.
anxious, leave me
Right.
alone, I'm
Right.
not
And
having it."
especially after like his journey just to get to the airport has already
Oh, yeah.
been a massive disaster. And you're the guy who took his cab. So like how about we just don't we don't get into it, you know?
Yeah, and then they have to land in Wichita
Yeah.
and stuck in
Mhm.
Kansas, which I will say, born in Kansas, have
Oh,
family
okay.
there. I
Okay, cool.
been there several times. I get I get it. I wouldn't,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
being stuck in Kansas, especially when there's snow fucking everywhere and you can't get
Mhm.
I get it, you know? Some of the people are very interesting,
Yeah.
uh,
Mhm.
very interesting. Not so much on the Wichita side, more so on the Topeka side, but still,
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how you would go from New York to Wichita and not somehow make it to Chicago? Like, where's the reroute? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I feel like
I don't know.
Chicago is
Mhm.
closer to New York. I memean, I'm not great at geography, but
Yeah.
my guess is that New York is definitely closer to Chicago than New York is to Kansas because I feel like because I've driven through, I've done the drive several times.
Yeah.
I know
Mhm.
you have to actually drive through Illinois to get to Kansas.
Mhm.
So my thought is, like, you're going backwards.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah. I
now
don't
granted, you
know.
wouldn't have much of a plot for the
Yeah.
movie's sake or for the sake of the movie, but
Right.
logically speaking, I'm like, yeah, I don't think that that would actually happen much. I think it would be, "Oh, they're just gonna go to Chicago."
Yeah, right. You should be able to just get there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
without a
know.
problem.
Yeah,
Although
I have no idea.
it does make it funnier that they land in
In
Wichita
Wichita?
and stay in Kansas for a night. Oh, was it 1 night
Mhm.
or 2 nights? I think 1 night there at that
Think
one place,
yeah, I think it's one night, and then
and then
they
they
get
had
picked
to
up by somebody.
yeah, that one guy, I looked him up 'cause I for some
I've
reason
definitely seen him before.
yeah, I for some
Mhm.
reason, I thought it was Suba Shimmy for, like, 2 seconds, and I was like, "That's not him."
No. No.
Um, and so I had to look it up. I saw it earlier, and I remember his name. I think it was, like, Dusty something? Dusty Baker, I wanna say?
I've seen him
Uh,
in so many things. He's
yeah, it was Dusty or Dylan Baker, sorry. Dylan
yeah,
Baker.
Dylan Baker. Right, right,
I
right,
knew there
right.
was a D in there somewhere. Um, yeah, he's been in so many things, and he's kinda one of those just, like, character actors that you
Yeah,
see in a lot
mhm,
of stuff.
mhm.
He looked terrifying. Having someone
Yeah.
like Owen come and try to pick you up, to then go to whatever destination it is, it doesn't matter if it's 3 fucking miles down the road.
Yeah.
I no.
No, and then he makes his wife I guess it's his wife, yeah, his
Yeah,
wife
this is why
get out the car and try to carry that luggage into the trunk, and it's like her baby came out sideways. I'm like, "Lord have
what a
mercy."
line, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
so
damn.
crazy.
I would not wanna share that information with anybody.
No, I mean, more power to her because that's yeah, that's insane.
Hey,
She's
that's
built yeah,
crazy.
she's built in a crazy way. She's unstoppable probably if she can survive that.
And with how tiny she was,
Yeah, I
I don't
know, she's like a little
she
person.
was tiny. She was, like, maybe 5'5".
Yeah,
Maybe, and that's pushing it.
yeah.
Yeah, like, Owen showing up and to offer that ride was funny because it just kinda it kept piling on. You're like, "Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, it's only
Yeah.
gonna get worse, it's only gonna get worse,
Yep.
it's only gonna get
And
worse."
they're riding in the bed of the truck as
Yeah,
well, which is very funny
yeah,
for like 40, 60 miles or whatever he said.
and then they've got this, like I couldn't tell what type of dog it was a beautiful dog. That dog just popping out of the hay
Yeah.
straw, and I'm like, "Geez,
Yeah.
alright, shit." Um, yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I mean, plus it's cold as fuck. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
no,
No.
not doing that. Fuck
See,
that.
I don't know nothing about the Midwest, like other than like Superman is from Kansas. Like I know that, and like it's cold. Like they get the bitter, bitter cold in there, and that
Yeah.
this movie does a great job of communicating that as well. Like I
You
can
do?
feel how cold this movie is.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel warm for like 1 second. Maybe except for like when they're in the hotel room the second time and they're drinking back and forth. It felt a little warmer, but
Yeah, and
that
even
doesn't last long.
it's funny because they even have a line, they're like, "Oh, what's his name? Da, 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 da." Uh, Neil Page, he asks, he's like, "How cold do you think it is out here?" And Dell just goes,
Mhm.
1.
One yeah,
Like,
yeah.
1 degree. That is how cold it is out here. I was like,
Yeah,
"Well,
it's
that's
funny.
probably fair."
Yeah,
You
that's
know, it's
probably
probably
true.
that cold out there. I would not want to sit in the back of that truck in that no, not in that freaking
And
cold.
and then even before that, like when they're sharing that hotel room, like that is another personal nightmare for me.
Oh,
Like
man, yeah, I was about
I
yeah,
can't I'm just not good at sharing anyway, but
no.
like also sharing with someone who puts their socks in the sink like makes a mess of the bathroom and then we gotta share the bed together. I would just be and he spilled beer in the bed. It's just all those things would just like I would be red by the end of it, honestly.
Yeah, the guy's already carrying, like, half his house with him. You're
Yeah,
already
mhm,
helping him carry half his house with him,
that's true. Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
you didn't have a good interaction with him from the get-go, from him stealing
Mhm.
your cab and then, being crazy on the plane and then,
Mhm.
everywhere else, and then you have to room with this guy because he puts you onto a hotel that you then have to pay for.
4, yeah.
By the way, he does that twice,
Yeah. Mhm.
which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Um,
And Neil deserves it. He can afford it, so it's fine. Who
yeah,
cares?
he's like That's why I think Dell doesn't feel bad because he sees,
Yeah.
like, the suit that he's in and everything, he's like, "Ah, he's got it. He's
Yeah, he's
fine.
cool.
He's got it. It's
He
all
also
good."
was carrying $700 in cash in his wallet, which makes sense. I mean, back in the day, you always had to have money on you, but not almost $1,000. Like you don't need to have
$100?
that much money on. Yeah,
What? No. I wouldn't be that fucking stupid. Are you kidding me?
yeah,
No. I don't even like keeping $20 in my fucking wallet. No, because I know I'm gonna lose it or something dumb
yeah,
like that's gonna happen.
yeah.
You know, they get robbed in the hotel, which I mean, the motel already looked like it was,
Kind of
quite the
sketchy.
spot. Yeah, it looked like it was
Yeah.
quite the spot
Hmm.
to be in from the get-go, and I think they really conveyed that without having to dwell on it too much by having that couple go through the front door as they're coming up, and they were just kinda,
Yes.
like, fighting with each other.
Fighting about it.
That
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that planted the seed in Neil's head that he's like, "Oh, this is, like, not gonna be great."
Yeah.
And then
Hmm.
they were completely
Also,
right.
yeah, and like, but two guys. I'm a very light sleeper, so there's just no way somebody could sneak into my room and like be right next to my head,
And you're not
going
here.
through my wallet. Yeah, I would feel the presence. I'd be like, somebody's in here.
Yeah,
Like I just noticed that something is off, but they slept right through it. But they had a long day, so
but
maybe it's okay.
I don't even understand how they didn't hear them picking the lock with a knife, like, how do you not
Exactly.
hear that?
That is, and he's using like a knife. Like that's
Yeah.
loud. I'm sorry. Like that's not a quiet.
No, it is extremely loud.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah, it's
do that
super loud.
quietly. Like, that's he was literally, like in the scene, he was literally shaking the knob and, like, trying to get it in
Yes,
there.
exactly.
Like, how do you not hear that? And that's like, a
Mhm.
rickety ass knob. Like, you're gonna hear
That's
that
so
shit.
true. That's so true. The door is so old.
It's so bad. How did I hear that? That's where a
Yeah.
little bit of the disbelief comes in, and I'm like, "Okay, like, that's it's not too plausible considering,
Right.
all that shit,"
But
but
it makes sense but the movie itself is so absurd. Like you
yeah,
already know when at the very beginning when he's in the meeting with his boss for marketing and he's like looking at the poster boards forever and then he's about to say something and then he goes back to looking at it. I'm like, okay, I already know that we're going all the way. We're going very extreme with the humor, very broad. And
yeah,
then you see Kevin Bacon like race Steve Martin for a cab, like full on racing. So it's
yeah,
like we're having fun here.
yeah.
We're not real people.
No, no, I thought it was actually
Yeah.
really funny to see him in the movie. I was like, because whenever I
Yes.
watched it a long time ago, I didn't I wasn't like, "Oh, yeah, that's
Clock
Kevin
that.
Bacon."
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah,
"Yeah,"
yeah.
but then I was like, "Ah." Like, this
That's
time around, I
so
was like,
funny that he's in it for like a little like just that scene. Was he not big at that point?
I
I guess not.
so this was what, 87?
Mm,
So,
yeah.
like, I don't know if Footloose was out by then.
Right.
I'm guessing it was, because I know that that's what, made him big. I'd have
Right.
to
Hmm,
look it
yeah.
back up to make sure, but I wanna say it was around that time that Footloose was out. It's gonna drive me
Yeah.
nuts now.
Yeah,
84,
you're right. Yeah,
so
yeah, 84 was Footloose. So he was already known. So why
he was
it's just
getting there.
funny that he's just like, I'm here. I'm
Yeah, he's
here in
probably like,
planes, trains, automobiles.
he was probably just like, "Ah, fuck it, let's have fun." Like,
Yeah, let's have fun. Yeah, I love that.
John Hughes
It's a
probably
fun
hit him up and
cameo.
was like, "Do you wanna come hang
Yeah,
out?" He's like, "Sure, fuck it, I'll come hang out."
yeah.
Like, how
And
would you
it's
not
such
be
a
that excited?
nice burst of energy right at the beginning of the movie. It's just like it's already like so fun. Like I'm
Yeah.
already having a good time.
It sets the tone, like,
Yeah.
immediately. Seeing that
Mhm.
so early on, it does set the tone a lot like the boardroom scene, it sets the tone of, like,
Yeah.
how, like, weird and silly and funny this is
Yeah.
gonna be,
Yeah.
but that even tops it even more because it's like, it is straight into it. It's like, "Oh, we're gonna"
Yeah.
not only is it going to be weird, silly, and fun, it's going to be rapidly weird, silly, and fun.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm.
So
They
it's like,
waste no
"Oh,
time.
okay." Yeah, no, 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 and you would wonder how they fit so many gags like that into
Oh
this
man.
short runtime. Because
Mhm.
usually if you have, like, a lot of stuff like that in a comedy movie, at least nowadays, in a shorter runtime, it feels like so much and, like,
Mhm.
almost a slog to
Yeah.
watch the movie, but I don't know if it's the directing, I don't know if it's the writing, I don't know if it's, just John Candy and Steve Martin together and the fact that their chemistry
Yeah.
works well, that the amount of goofs and gags doesn't feel overbearing and doesn't feel like it's too much, kind of like
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
would nowadays. Because almost like I Naked Gun from last year almost kinda felt that way a little bit. Like, I liked it,
Mm,
I
mhm.
enjoyed the movie, but
Mhm.
because it was so just bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
it almost felt like it was a little too much. It was still in the
Mhm.
same vein of, like, the Naked Gun movies,
Yeah,
but
right.
it was almost too much, and it feels like a
Mhm.
lot of comedy movies nowadays are doing that, but
Mhm.
for some reason, in this movie from the '80s, it works,
Yeah. Mhm. I agree. I think
which
it's
I like.
because you have such master class comedians. I mean, John Candy and Steve Martin are like just they're so good at they have perfect like comedic timing and they know how long to drag something out or where to cut it short and just how to deliver a line where it just feels somehow it's absurdist but it also feels so natural like it feels like this is how these guys would be. Like this is just who they are. And it just works perfectly. It doesn't feel so out of place and strange, even though everything that's happening is incredibly strange.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's all strange as hell, but it
Mm-hmm.
all fits perfectly.
Yeah.
It
Mm-hmm.
fits into what you would expect a John Hughes movie to be.
Right.
Um, it fits into what you would expect a John Candy movie would be, and to what you would expect a Steve Martin movie to be. So, like, whenever
Right.
you have John Hughes and Steve Martin and John Candy coming together in this cohesive unit, it's crazy the things that they can come up with
Mm-hmm.
and bring together. I wish that John Candy was around a lot
Me
longer,
too. Me
uh,
too.
because I would have loved to see more interactions between him and Steve Martin on camera, and him, Steve
Yeah.
Martin, and John Hughes on camera. I don't remember if Uncle Buck was after this. I think it was, um,
Mm-hmm.
and that was actually one of the movies that we had tossed around the idea of
Yeah.
watching for this, and so like I'm glad that John Hughes got to work with John Candy again. Um,
Yeah.
it sucks that we didn't get to see more of either of them because it wasn't much longer. We didn't really, have John Candy or John Hughes around for that long, not long after this.
Yeah.
So it really sucks that um, that happened, but it would have been so cool to see what else they would have come up with over that
Right.
time.
Especially with John Candy. Like one of my favorite John Candy performance is in JFK.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
he's so good in that, and I just would have loved to see him because all these, not all of them, but a lot of comedians they do like the dramatic turn, or they'll get put the lead in a movie that's not their normal style, and I just would have loved to see like late John Candy do that, like an older John Candy just be the lead of like some type of dramedy or something like that. Like that would have been so cool. And it just, I mean, watching him in that hotel room when he's like, I like me, my wife likes me. Like I just tears down my face. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I barely know this guy, but like, please stop being mean to him. But
Yeah.
like, if he could have done that more and like get a whole movie to really like exercise that, that would have, I know it would have been amazing.
What movies do you think you would like to see him in? Now that you say that, I'm kind of like, wait, what movies would you put him in, say, in the past, like, 10 years or even from the '90s?
I think it would be cool to see like a John Candy Uncut Gems. Like put him in the high stakes like rapid motion film like that, like where things are just happening and being thrown at him because he's a comedian and like I feel like he's very good with improvisation and all that. I feel like that would just he would take off in that and it would be so funny and he would hit the dramatic marks like right when you need it. It would be out of this world.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I
Yeah.
didn't Yeah, him and Uncut Gems would be, like, perfect.
Yeah.
Um, like, absolutely perfect because he would putting him even just a little comedically in that situation would just I don't know, that would create so much chaos, and I would be
Yes, it
completely
would.
there for it.
and he's such a great salesman in this because he's got that, gift of gab. Like so
Yeah.
he's so good at it, and it would work so perfectly with Uncut Gem.
Yeah, I think that all of us kinda need a little bit of Neil in us, but also a little bit of Dell in us.
Yeah.
Um, I was kinda thinking that throughout the movie. I was like, "Oh, yeah, there are aspects of Neil that I definitely have, but
Hmm.
aspects of Dell that I wish that I had, that I
Right, right,
know that
right,
I
right.
don't." Like, his ability
Hmm.
for that gift of gab and wanting to talk to
Yeah,
everybody and wanting to be, around people and being comfortable with it,
right.
despite
Yeah,
knowing that he's annoying.
right. But he's liked by everybody pretty much. I mean, with the all the general public that we meet, they seem to like Dale. Like it's not like people are like put off by him like they are put off by Neil. Like one of my favorite scenes that also makes my stomach drop is when they're on the bus and Dale has everybody singing the songs, and then he's like, "Neil, is your turn." Neil starts singing and everybody goes quiet and just look at him.
Just
Like he's like, "What? You guys don't know this one?" And it's like that's the kind of stuff, that's what you want to be. You want to be the guy that everybody's excited to see, and like you can get the party rolling and everybody wants to be around you and do trade stories with you. Like that is the dream. But you also got to be a little bit annoying, I guess, to be like that.
yeah, and him, like, going immediately into the Flintstones, like, theme music show
Yes,
1
that
is
was so
hilarious.
funny. Yeah.
Um, 2, it also shows that he is a bit of an everyman, like, he kind of
Yeah, right.
like, immediately you get the sense of, "Oh, this guy kind of has, the finger on the pulse of what, like, the majority of people would like, therefore making
Mhm.
it easier for other people to like him," which is, like, the part in me that I wish I had, but I don't have.
Right.
And
Mhm.
he plays that so well, and you kind of believe it because it seems more like John Candy than it does, like, as Del
Yeah.
whatever his last name was,
Mhm.
Del Griffith. You see
Yeah.
it more as John Candy than anything else,
Mhm. Right.
um, which is why he was cast so perfectly for this role.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, and I think Steve Martin even was cast perfectly, like I said in the beginning, for that, like, curmudgeon,
Yeah,
type
perfect.
character.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, he apparently, um Steve Martin said that John Candy was very much like Del.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, makes
he
sense.
was very sweet, very nice, very,
Mhm.
like, kind of like that guy. So I'm guessing that's what, John Hughes saw in him and was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, yeah, like, if anyone is perfect for this role, it would be him." Um,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they got him.
Yeah, it's
Um,
perfect. It
I'm
reminds me of sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I was just thinking because, Steve Martin saying that John Candy is really like that because I always think about Conan O'Brien. He talks about how he gave John Candy a tour of Harvard when he was there. And John Candy like took a picture of Conan like as he's given the tour. Like almost
Yeah.
like Conan was a celebrity instead of John Candy, you're the celebrity. Why are you taking a picture of me? But like that just shows you like the kind of guy he is. Like he's a cool dude, like a very nice, jolly person, like obviously not like full of himself, which is
Yeah,
Dale Griffith all the way.
he's got that Midwest vibe to him.
Exactly. And it's another thing, like watching these John Hughes movies, like the Midwest is just a mystery to me. It's like I hear whispers, I hear whispers of like what's going on out there, but I don't really know nobody out there. I don't really got family in the Midwest. Like all my family's in the South or up north, so it's like I don't really know nothing about what's going on over there. But watching these John Hughes movies are like really getting me tapped in. Like I'm seeing what's going on. It's
Yeah.
like a whole nother world over there.
And it really, like, we were talking about how the last time that we were doing this for 16 Candles, I brought up, like, the fact that all the houses are really nice. And then, of
Yeah,
course, whenever you get to this house, you're like, "God damn it. Like, what is it with this house?"
amazing.
I'm like, "What is it with all these houses that this man somehow finds for his movies?" Like,
They're
they're all
so
really nice.
nice. It's crazy. I mean, true upper middle class stuff right there. Like, it's beyond me, but it looks great.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Mhm.
And apparently Matthew Lawrence was in this movie,
Yeah,
and
he's little Neil.
yeah, he was little Neil, and I didn't clock that right away until I looked at the cast, like, while I was watching the
Mhm.
movie. I was like, "Oh, shit,
Mhm.
Matthew Lawrence is the little guy," because you don't really see him for that long.
No,
You know, you don't
mm-mm.
really
No,
see the
you
kids
don't.
for that long. You see them for, like, the first 5 minutes of the movie and then more so, like, kinda sparsed in, and then at the very end, obviously,
At the
whenever
very
he
end, yeah.
comes back home.
Mhm.
I thought that was really cool that he was a part of that,
Mhm.
'cause that kinda just shows how long he's been doing,
He's
uh
been around.
yeah. I was like, "Damn, I
Yeah.
didn't realize he's been around that long." Like,
Yeah.
shit. I know that makes me feel old as hell. I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, I know. He too I mean, 'cause in your head, he's young, 'cause you met him as, like, a child actor,
Yeah.
a younger guy, so it's always hard for me to picture that actually they were born before me.
Yeah.
But it's like, I always saw you as a kid, so
Yeah, it's like so they're not also, like, in their 30s.
exactly.
They're more closer to their 50s than they are their
Yes,
30s.
exactly.
Got it. Okay, cool. Makes
Yeah.
me feel great.
Speaking of their family, I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just a me thing, but his wife, Neil's wife, is
Yeah.
so weird to me. I don't know why. Every time she reacts to news, it's like she's found out somebody died, and I
Yeah.
was just like, what's wrong with her?
Yeah, she may
No, I know Thanksgiving is kind of important, but it's not like Christmas. And like Neil was like, I'm not gonna make it, and then he was like, I'm in Wichita, and she's like, Wichita? What do you mean you're in Wichita?
she
It's
at
like it's
first, I
gonna
was
be
like
okay.
I thought she was gonna start accusing him of, like,
Right.
cheating
Yes.
or something,
She
'cause
was
that was
given
my
that
first
energy.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
'cause that's exactly, like, how she sounded in her tone was like, "Why the
Yeah.
fuck are you in Wichita?" Not like not like, is there a possibility that there was a problem with all the snowstorms coming
Exactly.
through? Is there a
Exactly.
possibility that, maybe you got rerouted somehow for gas or whatever? No, it
Mhm.
was it was immediately, like, the worst case scenario of, like, "Oh, yeah, he's obviously doing some nefarious shit," and it's like,
Yeah,
"Okay."
exactly. Yeah. She went off the handle there. I was like, it's gonna be okay. Like, you don't see all the snow? Like, you don't know what's going on?
Yeah. I well, I guess, like, she's used to it, but even then, it's like, you should know by now.
Yeah, by now. Yeah. You're in
Like, you should at least
Chicago.
know that, it's not by the way, another movie in Chicago for this man, for
Isn't
John
he
Hughes.
isn't he from is he not from Chicago?
Ugh.
I don't know. I mean, because I think all of them are like
I
in
know, like,
Chicago
literally
for
all of
him.
them.
He loves it.
I don't see wait, Michigan.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't see
Wow. So
he
I
might have
wonder
grown up
why.
there, but
Yeah, maybe
he was born
because
in,
he's obviously
Michigan.
in love with the city.
Oh, yeah. He's in love with Chicago,
Yeah.
which I don't necessarily blame him. I've been there, once, and I
I've
kind
never
of
been.
it's
I
nice.
want to go so bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I at least I think I was more downtown than I was anything else, and that
Mm.
was kinda nice. Like, it felt like an actual, like, major city, but it didn't feel like
Yeah.
there was a lot of stuff going on, at least at the time that I went. It felt kind
Mhm.
of, like it felt like a southern metropolis city. It didn't feel
Mm, okay.
like it was hustling and bustling. It didn't feel like New York City whenever I went to New York. It
Right.
felt kind of
Mhm.
more breathable and you could like get around a little bit better than you
Mhm.
could if you were to go to New York or even whenever I went to DC, DC was like more just a lot more going on.
Yeah.
Um so I was like, all right, I kind of liked that, but yeah. Yeah, so going back to Owen's character for like a second, he apparently Dylan Baker, he apparently
Mhm.
came up with that himself on the fly.
Oh, that's
Like
funny.
did that all himself.
That's
Um,
see, and that's really interesting because whenever I think of that actor Dylan Baker, in my head or like the movies I've seen, he usually is like more of a clean cut, nerdy guy. Like he always has like the glasses and stuff.
yeah, he's
And
not
so
this
when I
guy.
saw it was him as like a rough, tough, like country dude, I was like, what? This is not how I picture him. But he delivered it perfectly.
Yeah, that's he did really good for that.
Mhm. It's
He
funny.
killed that, and he was only on screen for, like, 60 seconds, like, he wasn't
Yeah,
in the movie
it's
that
very
long,
quick.
but you
Mhm.
remember him very well.
Absolutely,
Uh,
yeah.
apparently this
That's what
movie
I
was
like.
written in 2 days. Go ahead.
Oh, you said I just what I like about it is like the characters that they drop in are so memorable and they're going up. I mean, they got two giants at the center of this film, but
Mhm.
it's like still the people on the sides of it are so funny and like you just remember. I remember the hotel clerk. I
Yep.
remember the taxi driver like with his weird taxi. Like that stuff just sticks out like perfectly. Like it's so iconic, you know?
And again, it's like, it's not something that is overbearing, but
Yeah.
does like it's nicely sprinkled in, but it also
Mhm.
pushes the plot forward and kind of
Yes.
solidifies the feeling of craziness throughout the entire movie.
Mhm.
Like, you
Yeah.
have all these guys that come in and make the antics even worse, but don't take away from the core of the movie, which
Right, of the
is John
movie.
Candy and Steve Martin. No one tries to
Mhm.
overshine them, which is great, but
Yeah.
it'd be hard as fuck to do
I was
anyways. You're
gonna
looking
say
at John
it'd be
Candy and Steve Martin.
impossible.
But,
Yeah.
it feels like they are sprinkled in perfectly to where it doesn't feel like too much,
Right. Mhm. I
which
agree.
is nice. Um Yeah, I was saying that they did this movie and John Candy wrote this movie in 3 days,
What?
which is crazy.
There are a lot of improv on set or they
Well,
they had everything? That's insane.
like, knowing them, knowing Steve Martin and John Candy, like, or at least of their work, there's
Mhm.
a great possibility that a lot of that shit was improv. Like,
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
lot of it. Because they are so naturally funny just as comedians themselves,
Yeah.
that they could easily throw in whatever they want, and I'm sure John Candy would be
Right.
like, or John Hughes would be like, "Yeah, okay."
That worked.
Like, that
Yeah.
worked. That
Mhm.
fits, 'cause
Yeah.
it's just so much them.
I was thinking that they probably did that, especially when John Candy was selling the shower curtain rings as earrings. I
Oh,
was wondering how much of that was like improv because I mean those it was all so good. Like all of his lighters and like the different ways that he came up to make those earrings sound so special. I was wondering like, I wonder how many takes they did of like him just firing off a joke,
yeah,
and
those
because
lines
that was
seem
perfect.
those seem so much like John Candy more than it did like
Yeah,
John Hughes
I'm a,
writing, that
absolutely.
it felt like it was definitely mostly him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it felt so much like it was John Candy's own lines that he was coming up with.
Yeah.
Felt so naturally him that
Yeah.
I would not doubt that the majority of those lines would have been from him, and they were just
Mhm.
some of those I wish I could find some of those lines because some of them were just so out of left field, but
Yeah.
they they caught me off guard several times, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, I just need to, like, just 100% lock in and be like, 'Alright, I need to pay attention to these lines because 'cause they're out of nowhere." Like, his ability to, like, really sell this
Mhm.
plasticky bullshit
No,
thing.
it looks so obviously a shower curtain ring. I'm sorry, like these
Yeah.
ladies, these ladies are absolutely mystified by John Candy. That's the only explanation because you could tell that that's a shower curtain
He robbed
of
them
straight
blind.
plastic. Yes, for real. He told one of them it was ivory, and I'm
Yeah. I was like,
not
not only
ivory.
not only did he say that, he said it while she was holding it.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does she not feel that it is plastic as fuck?
Yeah.
Like, she should be able to tell that it's plastic as hell. There's no way she doesn't know that it's plastic. Um, yeah, I guess it just shows to how likable of a character Dell
Yeah,
was and how
exactly.
likable John Candy
Mhm.
is that,
Yeah.
he's able to just basically, make you believe anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much so that you end up liking the guy in the very end.
Yeah.
Like, he he's great. I love Dell so much. Like,
Mhm.
I've said it a million times, but I'm gonna say it again. I wish I was more like Dell than I was like Neil. Um,
Yeah.
at
Mhm.
least in some aspects, maybe not in all aspects. Uh, in some
Yeah.
aspects, I really do wish that I was more like him than anything else. Apparently, a lot of the companies that they had approached for a lot of the transportation did not wanna partake in the movie because of how
Mm.
bad the transportation scenes were.
Yeah.
So they had
'Cause
to
they're
make
all failing.
yeah, so they had to make
Yeah.
up names for
Oh,
all of
that's
these,
funny.
and it felt like,
Mhm.
I can't remember the name of the car rental company, but it felt so much like Enterprise that
Mm.
yeah, someone like that would not wanna put their name on something like this because they all just look
Yeah,
inept and dumb as shit. Um,
exactly. Like you gave a person a card that doesn't exist. Like he gets to the spot and it's gone.
yeah, like, how by the way, I don't think they ever cleared up, like, what happened to that car other
What
than
happened? No, that's just a mystery.
yeah, and I was wondering,
He
I
just
was
got
like,
screwed.
"This movie is rated R," and I was like,
Yes.
"Okay, so when are we getting to that point?" I was like, "I forget when
Mm,
we're getting to that point," and then I was like, literally, it was possibly 30 usages of the word "fuck,"
yeah.
like like, 30 is probably being conservative, but I was like,
I wonder if
"I
it's the
don't know."
most in like a short period of time because that was like just one little scene and every other word.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I know South Park has the most usages for an entire movie,
Oh,
um,
okay.
at, like, 118 or whatever it was,
Mhm.
um, but as far as, like, in a 2-minute span, because it
Yeah.
was only
That's
2
what I'm
minutes,
trying to think.
and it
Yeah.
was, like, 30 fucking F-bombs just flying off. I'm like, "Damn, dude." Like, I wonder if, like I wonder if that was John Hughes. I don't I
Mm.
don't know if it was John, because it doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't I don't get the feeling that he was I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because he's Canadian, so I'm like, Canadians don't curse, but we have South Parks. I mean, like I don't know what, maybe he does, but it just didn't feel like him. That felt more like Steve Martin. Because if you watch Steve Martin's other movies, he's got a filthy mouth.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's got a mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that was mostly him or if that was mostly Steve. I'm assuming it was mostly Steve, 'cause
Right.
it kinda felt like him, but also felt a little out of place. So I was like, "Okay, this is
Yeah,
kinda dragging
it's
on."
yeah, it comes on very strong.
Like,
It's
very
because
strong.
nothing like that happens before that. There's
No.
nothing that even makes you feel like we're going to get this angry
Yeah.
and get this crass. But it does go on for a while. But it's also like I think he's earned it. Like it's once you get to your parking spot and there's no car, I think, and you got to walk a highway to get to the rental place. I think that's you deserve to to go off a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I
also like, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the lady, the the car rental agent lady. I think her name's like Edie something. Because
Yeah.
I've seen her a million times
The
before too.
oh, god?
Like she's all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's so cool when she gets it. She gets to give it back to him. It was just like that. The cherry on top. I was like, that's perfect. Like it does go on for a while, but when she sends it back, I'm like, that's perfect. Like she delivers it amazingly.
Yeah, and she only needed 1. Like, he got, like,
Yeah, that's it.
30,
It hurts too. It hurts so bad.
and it's like, "Well, looks like you're fucked." And it's like,
Yeah,
"Well, okay." Like, you kn you you know that Neil had to be like, "Fair. You
yeah.
know what?
Just gotta walk away after that.
Fair. I
Nothing to
get
be
it."
done.
It felt like it should have been more so, like, near the end of the movie because there's so much more that actually
Yeah.
happens, right?
Yes. Yes.
This
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
was that was so, like, smack dab in the middle of the movie
Middle. Mm-hmm.
that it felt really strange, and I think that's why it felt so strange is because it was so in the middle of the movie, and we know them, or at least, like, I knew that there was more stuff coming. So,
Mm-hmm.
like, why put it there? Why not wait until like, I kinda wish they would've waited until the very end and then
Mm-hmm.
had, like, Dell kind of rein him in, and
Yeah.
then that's
Mm-hmm.
why he was kind of, with him. I do like the route that they went as far as how Neil kinda came around to Dell. Um,
Yeah.
and I
And
didn't
comes back to
really
him.
yeah, I didn't really catch any of those, little moments even, like, on the second watch through
Mm.
of him like, obviously, you hear him say, "Oh, yeah, my wife likes me," and stuff like that, but there's no indicators in my mind, to me, watching this again, that, Dell's wife is dead.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got to just watch too many movies and I always assumed that the wife is dead because they love to kill women.
Yeah, I mean, I it
Yeah.
should've been the first thing that's in my fucking
Well,
mind is
yeah.
that she's gone.
Especially when he was caressing her picture. Like he has like a huge picture of her. I was like, oh, she's
Yeah,
not here anymore. Men don't do that.
yeah. I did find it kinda cool that they have Steve Martin kind of,
No, I
reminisce.
loved it. It was really good. Like you said, it would have been cool for him to get angrier later, but the choice that they made of him like coming around, like coming all the way around pretty much and like going back to the station to check on Dell.
Yeah.
It was like it was very moving. I was like, yeah, like he's really come all the way around and like he's starting to put the pieces together and like they really feel like friends. I don't know, as much enemies to lovers,
Yeah,
but not love.
yeah. They
But
were pretty
like they really well, yeah, they
they
that's true. I
they
forgot.
were pretty
They do get up to some things.
they were pretty close.
They say my hand is between pillow cases. He's like, those are
Those are
pillows.
pillows. The funny thing is that's actually the name of the edition of the movie that I've got is, like, "Those Aren't Pillows Edition" or whatever, and I was like, "Wait."
That's funny. I like that.
I saw that on the disc and I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Huh?" And then it comes to that and I was like, "Oh my god, right."
But but that is so funny because that infers that Steve Martin has a cloud soft behind. Like I just can't imagine Steve Martin having a really soft, nice butt. Like I
Mostly because
think
he's
so.
so, like, tiny. Like, if you look at
Yeah,
him compared
exactly.
to
He's
John
so
Candy,
skinny.
he's so skinny and tiny.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious that they immediately do the whole, brochacho macho
Oh
man, like,
yes, yes, yes,
How's the Bears game?" "Yeah, it was great.
yes,
Great game last week."
yes,
Yeah, fantastic, awesome, cool,
yeah,
dope." And then just acted like nothing happened.
yes, yes. They were so cute though. They were cute.
Cuddling up to John Candy must feel nice, though.
I was honestly jealous. Like I would love to be in that bear hold. I don't care. It looks so cozy.
He he looks like he would have you just caressed perfectly, and
Yes,
you're
it's
just
so
like
warm.
you're just all cuddled up and, like,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some behind the scenes, like, gag reel stuff that would just
I
be
definitely.
perfect to
Yes,
watch
definitely.
in that scene where they're just fucking around and they're probably like, "You know what? Let's just stay right here. Fuck it."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, man, this movie's really good. I forgot how good this movie was.
Yeah. Talking about it now, I like it even more. It always is like for me, like I have to talk about a movie for me to fully appreciate it, but especially comedies, like sometimes when I'm watching a comedy, I get so lost in just like the common tropes and then the joke after joke after joke after joke that I'm not taking it in and like, really breaking it down. But like talking about it afterwards, I really appreciate like how funny this actually is, and how like human it is as well. Just
Yeah.
like 16 Candles still had that aspect too. It's like, John Hughes really makes movies for like people,
Yeah.
like for people and about people, like regular folks.
Yeah, it felt to me, it kind of felt a little more genuine than 16 Candles.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely, definitely.
and I think, like, 15 minutes into this movie, I was literally like, "Oh, yeah, like, they don't make comedies like this anymore." Or
Yeah.
they
No.
just don't make movies like this anymore,
Mm-mm.
where, like, it was kinda crass, the movie was crass in ways, but, like, it felt so warm and kind of cozy that you were
Yeah.
just like, "This would be a perfect wintertime movie,
Mhm.
perfect Thanksgiving movie, perfect Christmas time movie to sit there with a fire, with the
Right, with your
family,
family. Yeah.
and just sit there
Mhm.
and watch this movie and have a good time." Like,
Yeah.
and watching this at fucking first thing in the morning, that being the first thing that I do, I'm like,
Yeah.
"Hell yeah, this is a great way
Yeah.
to start the day." Uh,
Yeah. Absolutely.
it's a fantastic movie. Now that you've seen it, where do you kind of stack this with some of your other John Hughes watches?
Well, I still have seen pretty much none. So
Yeah, yeah,
so this one would be number one.
yeah, that's fair.
I like this one the most. It's funny though, like once again, I wasn't trying to clock it as much as I was with 16 Candles, but I just once again it's like there's no black people. It keeps happening.
I
Keeps happening with this movie. Maybe that's a theme because maybe I didn't watch more of them, and maybe that's just like his perspective. Like he lives in a world where there are only white people.
it's you know, it's funny 'cause I
Yeah,
don't wanna say nothing, and I didn't really again, I didn't really clock it until you said something
yeah,
about it.
yeah. It's also funny because I mean it's actually almost I don't know. I would say it's almost super woke, but like it's funny that the thief in this is even white because
Yeah,
usually that is where they would put
yeah.
a black person or a person of color. They would throw them in. Let's have the thief be whatever. But even that person is white. I was like, oh, this movie is white all the way down.
Yeah, yeah. They don't even all the shitty people aren't even are all fucking white too. They're they're all fucking white. So I yeah. I mean, if we end up doing Uncle Buck for the next one, I'm probably gonna look for it, and I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go ahead and
check
say, more than likely,
more than
probably no
likely. Yeah, yeah.
probably none of them.
I mean, yeah, because that was even, I don't even know what Uncle Buck's about. I mean, I guess that's their uncle that comes to visit. That's all I
Yeah,
kind of know.
he's there to
So,
babysit. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So it's definitely probably no.
yeah.
I don't see that happening.
No, yeah, Uncle Buck is definitely I think we should probably do that one next if you wanna do that next.
Like,
Because it is a great John Hughes movie, and it's a great
hmm
John Candy movie.
hmm
Again, another mashup between those 2 where it's just, like, it's perfect. Yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed this movie
yeah.
because I know I do. Um, is there anything else that you feel like we didn't cover?
Oh, also, we didn't even talk about like the car blowing up,
Oh, yeah, I
getting
mean
set on fire, which was absolutely insane. That's when the movie like really like went to another level because the car sets on fire and then they turn into like skeletons for a moment when it's spinning around and then John Candy turns into the devil. I was like, oh okay, so now we're in a cartoon.
yeah,
I thought that was so funny. Oh my goodness.
but it fits so well.
It's so good. No, and it's like I feel like it's the perfect time to absolutely just blow the hinges off this movie. Like it's like you know what? We've been through a lot, but guess what guys? It can get so much worse.
It can get so much sillier. It'll get
Exactly.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Just you wait and see. I thought that was so funny.
Oh, god, it's so silly and so funny.
And also just like the fact that part of that started with him trying to take his coat off, which is like I just like those moments in these John Hughes movies that are so like they're specific, but it's like things that everybody like knows the feeling of because it's
Yeah.
like in the winter where you're in the car and you got that big stupid coat on, but you're driving and now you're trying to take off the coat. It is like you feel like you might die.
Yeah.
You just
You're
feel
like,
like a
"Oh,
very
no."
dangerous thing.
Yeah. It's like, this could go very badly very
Yes,
fast.
exactly. Like I should have took this off right when I got in the car. I wasn't thinking, and now we're gonna die.
And, like, you could tell that his heart rate was fucking going up.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
"Oh, shit."
Yes.
God.
Yeah,
I
I thought that was funny.
I don't know how they managed to do that semi truck scene, like, the
Oh my goodness.
putting the
Yes,
car
put in
in
between
between.
it. Yeah, that
I
was
really
crazy.
wanna know how they did that. I don't know if it was just, like, I don't know, just some special effects, like, shit, but it
Hmm
seems so practical that I'm
Yes, I
curious
was gonna
as
say it
to
looks
how they
so
did it.
real. It looks like they straight up threw them between two semi trucks and the sparks flying. That I'm telling you, I always am like a practical over like CGI person. But it's like it's stuff like that that makes me feel that way because it you can feel the sparks on your skin. Like my the hairs on my arms was standing. I was like, oh my god. Oh please like don't like get your heads chopped off
Yeah.
or something.
It felt
But yeah.
very National Lampoony, very, like
Yes,
very slapstick,
very.
but
Yeah,
also, like, very
definitely.
just grounded and kinda like, "Whoa." Like,
Mhm.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they pulled that off, but it was really well done. The majority of this
Yeah.
movie is
Mhm.
really well done.
Oh yeah.
Like, the craft of, like, the actual house, like, the way the house looked on the inside, his house,
Yeah.
Neil's house, like,
Like
they
yeah.
completely built it out, and it looked great.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah. The set design of everything, like the hotel rooms. Once again, I've never been to the Midwest, but I've watched a lot of like 80s movies set during that time, and it really captures like that time period. Like even when I look at like old pictures, from my family, like everything was so brown back then and like
yeah,
wooden and like when I was growing up my mother drove a station wagon that had the wood on it, so it's like that's what I think of when I think of that time period. And like those hotel rooms, like I mean it just perfectly encapsulate that time to me, and it just feels so cozy. It's not overly stylish, it's trying to be very grounded and like very real for you, and I really like that. Like they knocked that out of the park. Even like John Candy's coat and his
yeah,
hat and his trunk, all that stuff. Is like this is a guy,
yeah,
guy that's a real guy.
yeah, and it is
Yeah,
very, very Midwestern.
yeah,
Like, I don't think they ever touched on where Dell was from, but
yeah.
it definitely felt like he was more Midwest than anything else. I didn't feel like he was
Mhm.
all too Southern or too Northern or anything.
Mm,
It felt
mhm.
very Midwestern,
Yeah.
uh,
Mhm.
which is, again, that would be par for the course for John Hughes, but,
Mhm.
yeah, it made him feel like, in the way that they classified him as a person or personified him, and made him feel like he was, like, a legit, like, dude, and it was, like, one of
Yeah.
those guys you wanna hang out with, and not
Absolutely.
not for a long period of time.
In spurts. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and, like, it hurts, but, like, I think I could handle him after a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after a few drinks. I think after a few drinks, I could have a grand old time with it.
Could you imagine John Candy after a few drinks? Oh
Oh
my
my goodness. He
god.
already seems like the life of the party. He always seems like so much fun. If he's even looser, I can't even imagine.
That would have to I wouldn't be able to breathe, I'd be laughing so much.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, "Dude, I have to
Exactly.
leave. Like, I can't do this anymore."
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's already getting you like that. So to get him
Yeah.
even more loose would be insane.
Yeah. Like I have a whole thing about like I don't ever really want to meet any celebrities, but like John Candy's one person I would like just like to be in the room with and
Yeah.
like hear him talk and tell stories. I think that would be so much fun.
Yeah, that's just oh, that's why I hate that he's gone, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. It sucks. It
Fucking
really
that it
does.
sucks so much because he could have done so much now,
Mhm.
and I'm sure we would have had so many different types of movies if he were still around. Because 'cause I'm sure people
Oh
had,
yeah.
like, tons of ideas even right before he died that were
Mhm.
centered around him,
Yeah.
and movies that would have been really good that we never got.
Yeah.
Um,
And like or like if you would have popped up in Only Murders in the
oh
Building,
my
which I've never watched, but like I could totally see him coming in for a guest, on that show with Steve and Martin, and I don't know, him being on the road with them like that. Yeah, I just know that there's so much stuff that he would be doing. I feel like he would absolutely still be working.
oh, yeah,
Everybody
and
everybody would want to work with him.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
How would you not wanna work with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love John Candy. I wish we could see more of him. I'm guessing he was probably your favorite part of the movie?
Absolutely. And I love that the movie ends with like a freeze frame on his face, cuz that ending like already makes me emotional.
Yeah.
and and then an ending on John Candy, and it's like we don't have him anymore, and it's just like you're just looking at this sweet lovely man. Like he just looks like the nicest person. And it's just like, oh, if only, like it's such a incredible loss. It really is.
It is kind of a nice ending to have,
Yeah,
for that
it's
movie.
really good.
It's
Mhm.
it's yeah, it kind of wraps everything up in a nice little bow, and, it doesn't feel out of place, nothing feels, like, weird about that ending. It feels
Mhm.
very much full circle, which again, that's just kind of John Hughes, which is
Yeah.
why he's just so good at what he does. And yeah, I think it's one of my favorite John Hughes movies. I can't wait for you to watch Uncle Buck because if that's what
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
end up
can't
doing,
wait.
I can't wait for you to do that.
Especially especially because this I don't know. I know this movie came out years before, he died. And like
Yeah,
no and nobody knew expected John Candy to die. Like that came out of nowhere.
yeah.
But this movie almost feels like a love letter to John Candy, like especially because it ends on him and like he gets all the best scenes. I'm sorry, like Steve Martin does get that scene with the car rental thing, but it's like John Candy gets all the best scenes, all the all the best lines. He gets so much screen time. And he's just like a guy that you can't help but love. It's like the movie was like, look at John Candy.
Yeah.
Isn't he great? you
Well,
know?
that's even more what Uncle Buck does. Like,
Oh wow.
it
Yeah, I
it
guess that makes sense.
really showcases, like, John Candy
Mhm.
and his comedic side, obviously, but also
Mhm.
his very touching side, which is why it's such a good movie. I mean, I think one of John Candy's best movies. So, yeah, I think that would be a good, like, movie for us to do next, because it
Okay,
would be,
yeah,
like, a
I'm down.
great kind of jump from this to that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that you'll really enjoy Uncle Buck since you enjoyed this movie. I'm glad that we've got to watch this movie because I haven't seen it in so long, so it gave me a reason to just pop it in and watch it. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. Is there anything you didn't like about this movie at all?
Trying to think, like, what didn't I like? What didn't I like? I mean, like I said, it's just I just have like a pet peeve thing about people being in absurd situations
Yeah.
that just drives me crazy. But it's like this movie, like I said, starts from the jump to let you know that this is not going to be incredibly grounded. Like this is not going to be realistic. Like
Yeah.
please know that. So like it doing that from the get go and like setting my mind up to understand that it helps. But I just get so annoyed. It's like how can this many bad things happen to one person?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? That's what's happening. So you got to deal with it. So I really can't even think about anything that I didn't like. But I also don't feel like it's funny too. Like I say that, but I also don't think I love this movie.
Yeah.
I think I love John Candy. I don't think I love the movie so
That's
much.
fair.
Even though I think it's really good, I'm just not in love with it. It's not really my genre, honestly. Like
Yeah.
family comedy, whatever, road trip. It's
Yeah.
not really my thing. So I don't think it could be a favorite.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad that we finally got to do this.
Yes,
I can't wait to do Uncle Buck because that's gonna be
absolutely.
soonish.
That's definitely gonna be
Yeah.
it.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
do. Would you rewatch this movie?
Would I rewatch it? I don't know. Like if I was with my family, because I don't even know if my family has ever seen this. Like I might be like, we should all watch this.
Yeah, like around Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like maybe, but I'm just not a person that sits around, like I'm just not the type of person that sits around to watch a comedy. Like I just don't do it. Like it's not something I reach for. It's very few that I'm like I'll come back to. Like I'll watch Anchorman a lot.
Yeah.
But even then it's like I'll watch pieces of it. Like I'm not gonna sit down and like watch the whole thing. So I don't know. I probably would come back to parts of this, but probably not. It probably wouldn't be a rewatchable for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I get it.
Yeah.
Are there any movies that, I ask this at the end of every podcast, are there any movies that you had seen recently that you don't think a lot of people have seen that you suggest that others give a watch for the first time?
Just watched this movie called Miracle Mile, and I don't know if a lot of people have seen it. Never even heard of the daggone movie, and I thought it was incredible. Which is funny because as I started, I was like, "This is awful." I was like, "This is not a good movie," but, but I had to get into the tone of it. I had to. because I'm really not an 80s person. I'm
Yeah.
just not 80s, the 80s decade, like in terms of movies, television, music, I'm really not into it. So it always takes me a second to adjust to like the tone and the style and the way people talked at that time. But once I adjusted to it, I loved it. I thought it's incredible. It's like I don't even want to say what it's about because it took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting that, but I will say it's at the center of it is romance.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I really like that a lot.
Cool. Nice. I'll have to
Mhm.
give it a watch myself and tell you what I think about it.
Yeah.
Cosmo, where can we find you online and whatnot?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Hey Cosmo. So
Yeah.
if you want to come and say hey,
Yeah, and I
that's
think you have
cool.
your, letterboxed attached to that as well.
Yes, it's on there. Yes, so
Yeah.
follow me on Letterboxd too.
Sweet. Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
that we got to do this. I can't wait to do it
Yes.
again, and until next time, bye.